My name is Nyombe Peter. I'm a visually impaired Ugandan, a psychologist by profession. I own a bachelor's degree in community psychology and a master's degree in organizational psychology. I am in formal employment, an opportunity that I realized as a pathway for my career growth and development. For 11 years, I've been in banking and currently entrusted with the role of a personal financial consultant of DFCU Bank. The journey of getting to where I am has been specifically in developmental sequences, of which I realize hiccups here and there, developmental challenges, growth, but above all, harnessing the opportunities that are available for me to grow in professional pursuit of my career. Development in a bank is like a message, an empowering message to even the able-bodied persons when they find it so challenging for a visually impaired person to work in a bank. That's number one. Number two, very many people might think of the magic. They try to examine the magic that could exist, if it is anyway, that a blind person can perform in formal employment. The trick, the logic is very simple. A person with visual impairment, just like me, it is not that they are disabled, but the first impression is that they are a person. So just like any other person, someone can try to do each and everything to see to it that their developmental aspirations are achieved. Just like any other person who goes to school and attains employment, it's the same way a visually impaired person can go to school and attain employment. The only difference is how or whether the employment environment can provide the assistive devices that can help that particular person to work. And for that, I can give a credit to my employer. One is that the environment has enabled me to perform up to the expectation of the organization in quite a number of ways, particularly the management. Management of my employment has realized the weaknesses I would be having as a visually impaired person, and that is that I cannot see, and they have endeavored to provide all the necessary assistance. For example, guiding you somewhere where it's possible, but above all, the technical input, the investment to see that the equipment that we are using, the assistive devices, are compatible to the visual impairment. For this, I have gotten one popularity that has taken me to another level. I've gained mastery in business growth and development, human resource management, as well as training and development. I don't regret in any way having gone into formal employment, because it's a message out there that even a visually impaired person can be just like any other person, or else they can even perform much better than the able-bodied persons. Why? Because they have all the concentration to see to it that their work comes out effectively and efficiently. The success of my employment has not been on a smooth pathway. Definitely, just like any other person, I have gotten challenges here and there within my own pursuit of employment. The first aspect is that the people, my clientele, took long to understand that I am visually impaired. Perhaps the way I would sit in the chair and then they come They expect you to say hello with a smile. The fact that you don't see them, they feel they are not welcome. The other aspect is that they could not speak to me in the language that I could know. Take an instance, they have come, have a complaint on their bank statement, which is in print with ink that you cannot see. So it became a little challenging for me to realize that this cannot be blamed on the bank. Honestly speaking, they couldn't do much. So it was all about me as an individual to devise means of coordinating with my clients. Number one, making sure that I use all the remaining senses of my body always to sense that there is a person sitting at the chair in front of my desk. And doing so, then I welcome them and I ask them whatever they need. The other aspect would be that in certain situations, field operations are not that easy. You are expected to perform just like any other person. So, where someone would go to the field and they need to collect business, strike up a deal and get it closed, it would require someone to guide you, a site guide, which is yet another expense. This showed to me that visual impairment has gotten an extra expense if someone was to really perform it to the best. However, the expense in operational is minimal. I would say it's cheaper compared to the success that one gets at the end of it all. So, all in all, I know life is nothing without determination. This is something, it's me alone, but there could be very many other people out there that can perform the same.